Sometimes I'm amazed and frankly impressed with the quantity of thoughts that run through my mind in a given moment. And one of the beauties and benefits of a mindfulness practice is that we get an opportunity to soften that voice, to quiet that noise that's happening inside of our minds. Now, why would we want to do this? Well, it's because the world is in a constant dialogue with us. However, these messages often are subtle, they're quiet, they're the soft voices. And when our minds are busy and full and chattering, we just can't hear them. Some of these messages are the subtle and intuitive kind, like a dream or a gut feeling. Others are more on the earthly plane, like an alarm of a bird telling you that there's a bobcat coming by. Today, during the mindful bird sit, we'll practice quieting our minds so that these softer voices can be heard. Hey there, thanks for joining the Mindful Bird Sit. If you're new here, my name is Kristi, and I help people connect deeply with birds and nature while boosting their skills, elevating their confidence, and helping them to fall more in love with life. If that's something you'd like to do, please consider subscribing and sticking around. You can also check out any number of my online courses like Identify Any Bird Anywhere. All right, let's get started. So yesterday was my birthday, and I had some nice messages from people and whatnot. And uh, anyway, so this morning I was washing dishes and I like squeezed the dishwashing soap in, like these little bubbles came out and they just sort of floated around. I had just asked like for the focus for today. I was just like, all right, what am I going to focus on? Put an intention out there in the way that I do. Thank you, Claudia. Um, and and so as I was doing that, like this bubble blew by and I just sort of ignored it at first and then it just kept like floating around me and it was like floating all and I was like, huh. And I just got a little distracted by it and I was watching the bubble and I just got really quiet. Like my mind just got super quiet as I just allowed myself to like just trap like the sunlight was so cool too, the way it was like shining on the bubble and there I could see this reflection in it, but also I don't know, I just got so mesmerized and so like drawn into that bubble. And it stayed around for a long time, actually. The whole time I washed the dishes, it was sort of like floating around and then like afterward. And I was like, all right, you're definitely the messenger here. I'm not quite sure exactly what the message is yet, but you're the messenger. So anyway, so I did sort of find what I wanted to share with you guys today. And then right before starting this, I opened my email and you know e-cards, how you can send someone like an e-card for their birthday or whatever. Well, I got this really lovely e-card from Linda. And doesn't it start off with these bubbles that are like floating? It was like someone blew bubbles and they were floating out, and this little bird came by and was like popping the bubbles. And I was like, no way, that's so cool. It was like totally on point, you know? So, anyway, I just wanted to share that. So, thank you, Linda. And also, that sets us up for our session today. And how you might wonder, what the heck does a bubble have to do with birds other than an e card? So what we'll focus on today is it'll be both a listening and an eyes and ears day, so whichever one you prefer. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, and you don't have to do it right now. It might even be better if you do it like once we've done our grounding work, because you'll be in a really quiet kind of Zen place. And that is to find something out in nature. It could be human as well, either a sight or a sound that's going to be your trigger. So it'll be, and I don't want to use that word, it'll be your signal, that thing that says like over here, over here. And for me, it was a bubble today, the thing that's going to get you out of your mind and right back to the present moment. So for some, you might choose, like I know right now some leaves are starting to fall in some people's areas. So you might just choose leaves falling. You want something that's not going to be continuous, but that's going to like come by every once in a while. So it could be a butterfly. It could be a barking dog. It could be like any number of things like your HVAC unit. It could be something that's like going to be intermittent, not continuous, that will allow you to have like a little signal come off, or just, be reminded that, hey, oh, right, I'm going to focus on my breath. I'm going to focus on being quiet right now in my mind. So it'll be that signal for us. Okay. So don't worry about it. I think it'll just come to us when we start the practice. So you'll find your thing, whatever that is. Um, so let's do it. So find yourself a comfortable place. It looks like most of you are in that. And let's start. Let's start. You can have your eyes closed. I often like to start with my eyes closed just to keep myself centered in my own body. So go ahead and close your eyes if you feel safe and comfortable. And just notice your body. Notice what you're feeling in this moment. Is there any emotion that's present for you? For some of us, it takes a little while to know what we're feeling. Others know instantly. So if you need a moment to figure that out, that's okay. And for those who know what they're feeling in this moment, see if there's a place in your body that emotion resides. Do you feel that in your belly? Do you feel it in your shoulders? Do you feel it in your throat, in your chest? Maybe you feel it in your big toe. Wherever it is for you, it doesn't matter. But just notice if that emotion also has a place that it's residing in your body. And just let it be. It doesn't have to be, this isn't about positive feelings. It's just whatever is there. So it could be an anxious feeling. It could be a calm feeling. Let yourself have whatever experience you're having right now. Give yourself permission just to be as you are. This time is just for you right now. And now on your next inhale, do so with the intention of being aware of your breath coming into your body. As it comes in, you may choose to feel it as it enters your body. You may choose to just be aware of it traveling through your body, expanding into your ribs, into your lungs, into parts of your body that maybe into your spine, towards your heart, your diaphragm. Where does your breath travel? Some of you might even see a visual. You might visually see your breath traveling through your body. And do that on both the inhale and then the exhale. Letting go and gifting the world around you with your breath. And you're welcome to, if you also want to add a blessing to that exhale. As you gift your breath to the earth, to the world around you, you can bless it as well. And on your inhale, you may choose to have a sense of gratitude or thankfulness for the air that's coming into your lungs, for the gift that's given to you by those around you, and also those really far away, carried by the winds, sometimes the strong winds this time of year. Those winds that carry our bird friends many, many, many miles. And now begin to bring your awareness to other parts of your body. So you can start at the crown of your head if you like, and explore your body slowly, becoming aware of your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth, and then slowly working down to the rest of your body. As you're traveling down, noticing if there's any part of your body that you maybe forgot or don't really want to spend time there. And just give that spot a little extra love right now. Sometimes there are parts of us that we forget. Sometimes we don't want to reside there. We don't want to hang out or dwell in those places. And other times we just forget about them. So give some extra love to those parts of your body right now. And now we're going to bring our attention back up to our ears, listening to the little world that's right around you. What are the sounds that you can hear that are the closest to your body right now? You can even imagine, so we can hear, we can put ourselves inside of our own bubbles. So imagine that you have a beautiful see-through bubble, but it's a bubble nonetheless. So it protects you from the world around, and all you can hear are the sounds that are within that bubble. So that bubble is going to be very close to our bodies right now. So bring your attention to the sounds that are within that bubble. Great. Now you're going to stretch that bubble. You can blow into it a little bit with your breath, and you're going to stretch that bubble out, maybe to arm's distance, maybe even a little bit further than that. You're stretching that bubble out. So now you're going to welcome those sounds that are within that circumference, that area of your bubble. Great. And now stretch your bubble out even further. Maybe many, many people lengths away from you. Nice and far. And then we're going to try something fun. So since we're in a bubble and we're all protected, I want you to imagine that you're upside down right now. Don't worry, you've got a seatbelt on. You're all hooked in there. You're not going to fall. And just listen to the world from this perspective, from the upside down vantage point. What does the world around you inside your bubble? You're stretched out really far. What does the world sound like from this vantage point right now? Good work. All right, you can stay upside down if you'd like to, or you can turn yourself right side up, whatever you prefer. You can even go sideways if you want, and try that one on. So now we're going to stretch our bubble even further. We're going to blow into it even further. Now imagining that we are, let's say like a quarter mile even. We're really far. Our bubble is huge. It's a really big bubble, but we can't hear anything beyond that, just what's inside our bubble right now. So go ahead and listen to the world within your bubble, either upside down, right side up, sideways, however you'd like to be. Okay, good. All right, now just with your mind, you can bring your bubble back in, back closer to your bodies. Allow it just to be still, listening to the sounds that are closest to your body right now. Again, you can turn yourself right side up. coming back to your own body, your own breath. And then you can imagine that the wing of a butterfly just touched your bubble and it has now dissolved beautifully. And in the next moment, go ahead and softly open your eyes. Allow your eyes to fall into that owl eyes or softened vision as you're looking out onto the landscape. Find a point off in the distance to look at. Let the rest of your vision remain really soft and gentle. And you're welcome to look around. And now go ahead and look for that thing that's going to be your signal or your own bubble, that thing that's going to capture your attention when your mind may wander throughout the practice. So look for what that is. I'll give you a minute to do that. Again, it could be anything that's something intermittent. It could be a bird song. So it could be something audible. It could be something visual. And if you can't find anything or nothing's coming to you, just choose the insects. Insects are great. Of course, unless you've got like swarms of bees around you, that might be too much. But and we're going to sit in silence now. We're going to observe the world. Do as often as you can, return back to owl eyes. And for now, we're just going to watch and be a part of the world. So we don't have the bubble around us anymore. We're just interacting with and being a part of the world with our minds as quiet as they can be so that we can hear those softer, subtler voices when they want to communicate with us. And I'll let you stay in silence for the next little bit. Y'all doing really good right now. So if you find that it's not always easy for you to come back to a quiet mind, to bring yourself back to quietness, then what you can do, or one of the great gifts of owl eyes or that softened vision, is that it very quickly quiets our minds down. So if you see your symbol or your signal, like the leaf falling, for instance, it reminds you to come back to your quiet mind. Then the way to get back to that quiet mind is either going to right to your breath if you'd like to. For me, I often like to go back into owl eyes, and that helps me to quiet my mind right away. So you can try that out if you'd like to. So part of the idea of this practice is it's not just about looking for the exciting thing that's happening or the drama, or I know sometimes we do that when we do bird sits. It's like we want something to happen, it gets really exciting. And for us, for today anyway, do your best to keep yourself coming back to your quiet mind so that you can hear those soft voices, the quiet ones, the intuitions that come to you. All right. And we'll just keep going for another couple of minutes. All right. Take the next moment, if you will, and offer blessing or gratitude to any of the ones that you connected with today. All right, everybody. Thank you for playing today. And if anyone has to head out, appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. And obviously, the rest of you know the drill. If you want to hang out for our chat, you're welcome to do so. And who would like to kick us off and get us started? Yeah, Gabrielle, sure, go for it.
Wow, this was so interesting. I'm about to go to on a journey to Holland on Friday, where I'm going to a family reunion. And Holland is where I had my childhood. And so, as I was watching, what came up for me as my signal were these bees that are just busy pollinating the Brazilian pepper tree. And I just suddenly got this awareness that who I, part of going back to my childhood is kind of like trying to figure out who I am, who is really me before all the 3D put its stamp on me. And I just got, oh, I'm a pollinator. And it just felt so right. And especially when you were talking about that our breath is also giving, which I just don't really think of. I think of letting go of all my garbage in my breath. And so that idea of giving and what I give to the world is being a pollinator just was awesome. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Gabrielle, that's beautiful with your writing, with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
How,
Well, and it also made me realize that I'm one of many,
yeah,
there's just a ton of bees right now in
right.
the tree.
Right. Many different ways to pollinate.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a beautiful thing. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you and happy birthday.
Ah, thanks. That's rad. Sweet. Who else would like to share? Yeah, Jackie, go for it.
But that was just so amazing. It was so fun and so profound at the same time. And I imagine myself just like an astronaut floating like in that bubble, and just turning upside down. And it was so freeing. And then my messenger, well, there were so many, it seemed like, but I haven't seen any scrub jays for 2 years here. And when I first moved here, I had tons of them. And I just opened my eyes and a scrub jay just showed up and then it left. And it was like, if as I'm talking about it, I'm getting more out of it about just being open to just what's going to happen, and I think I started out today actually in a place of fear and decided to just welcome the fear and go, fear, I don't need to be afraid of you. You've been spending your whole time keeping me alive. And then I imagined it um, on the Olympic pedestal as the gold medal winner of fear and the helpfulness of fear. So this just went all over the place for me, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Wow, Jackie. Yeah, of course. Yeah, fear is definitely a messenger, for sure. It's there to communicate something to us. It's different when it's running our lives, that's a different story. But I think the way it doesn't end up running our lives is when we can acknowledge it and like pause, and say, oh, okay, you're trying to tell me something, like you're not in charge, but you're trying to communicate something, you know? Wow, well done. That was beautiful. High five, Jackie. Thanks.
Thank
That's
you.
rad about the scrub jay. I'm so stoked you get
Oh
visitation
man.
from them.
Yes, yes. This was just so lovely. Thank you.
Good, yeah, for sure. All right. Who else has a story they want to share or an experience or just whatever came up for you? Yeah, Anne Marie.
Well, I overdid it yesterday in the garden, so my lower back is sore. So I came in with anxiety. What have I done? But it, as I always do, my owl eyes help my whole body relax, and the pain subsided, and I was just enjoying the beautiful day. It's lovely. It's you know only in the 60s in Maryland in September, which is like unheard of. Usually we're blazing still at 85 in humidity, but yeah, it was just very peaceful. And as I'm so relaxed, then literally the hummingbirds was like almost flew into my head. So it was like I've just become whatever it is here. They didn't feel any, I guess, vibes from me that would make it stay away, and it was just checking me out. So that was pretty cool. So thank you.
What a beautiful thing, Anne Marie. Yeah, and way to turn it around for yourself, that I don't know what you had to do in order to do that. I mean, it sounds like going into owl eyes is what allowed you to be more fully in your body, but not so much like pushing away at the pain, but just kind of shifting your mind, shifting your attention. It's like we could give all of our attention to like, oh, it's uncomfortable, it hurts, it's but something happens when we shift our attention elsewhere, often out in nature. It can be really beneficial. Yeah, sweet, thank you. Yeah, lovely. All right, who else would like to share? Yeah, yeah, Anne, go for it.
Yeah, I was finding my button. Um, Mondays, I usually stay home after the meditation and stuff, and it's easy to stay calm and it's quiet. There is, but today I have to go out and run errands. So my mind is doing that, and I'm trying to center today. And I thought, I have to do a big grocery in the big hardware store, and it's one of those days. And I thought, well, I'm going to I think it's the white moths that are fluttering around were my signal. I said, I'm going to take that with me today because there's nature everywhere. There will be a dragonfly or a bird or a butterfly or something that will come across my path when I'm sitting at a big stop sign, or a big stoplight. Uh, I'm going to take that with me today because today will be hard to stay calm and focused. And it's easy when you're home and the windows are open so I'm going to take that with me today and look for that sign to come back to my breath, you know. So thank you. That was a nice tool for today.
Yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah, I think it's always helpful, I mean, for me anyway, to have those signals, those something that can just kind of like cue us in. Again, it's like that person that thing like raising its hand like, "Hey, over here," and just reminding us to like come back, to come back, to come back. And yeah, beautiful. I'm so glad that you found that for yourself and yeah, good luck with your day today. I don't think you'll need it though now. You've got your own little messengers coming along with you. That's beautiful. Awesome. Who else would like to share their story or experience? Anybody else? No, y'all good? All right. Well, thanks everybody for sharing. And I'll be seeing some of you tonight for our momentum boost. And what else? Next week we're good. Oh, for anybody who is in the Roost, we're not going to have a Sunday session next week. I have actually, Dan Gardoki. You guys know Dan, a lot of you do. Yeah, Dan and his wife Kate are coming up to visit. They live just like 3.5 hours away. So they're going to be here next weekend. So we won't be having our Sunday session, but I will do the Monday bird sit. So no tea and treats this coming week, but we will follow up after that. And so see some of you later on tonight. Otherwise, keep posting in the Roost if you're part of the Roost. It's so great to hear your stories in there, and you can keep this kind of a thing. Like if you have more that has been revealed or other things you're thinking about, that's a great place to share about it. Like Anne, it would be so cool to hear like anything from your day today. Like after you go through your day, it would be so cool to hear like who showed up for you, you know? So anyway, you can share all that stuff in the Roost if you want to. So great to see you. Glad Jackie, everybody had really sweet experiences, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. All right, take care. If you'd like to join me for this, then click the link below to head on over to YouTube. Until next time, please get out there and help spread some bird love in the world.